Okay, today I'm going to show you how to do the simplest, most basic drum trigger. The easiest thing. I think a lot of people get out there and they put way too much into it, and really they'll get about the same thing that I'm going to get out of this when I'm done. So we're going to be easy, quick drum trigger. I already have everything pretty much made up, the way it's going to be and the way it should be and the way I want it. So, I'm going to go through it very basically for you. Down the road, I'm going to maybe do some more, complicated or more detailed. But at least you'll get the point now of how fast and how easy you can take a regular drum and turn it into an electronic drum. Now what you see here, I'm going to remove my sign. Now what you see here, that's a mesh head. Mesh head, very easy. This is it says muffle head. It's a Pearl. It's a mesh head by Pearl. I got this on Musician's Friend for under $9. Musician's Friend is the best place to go for all your musical needs, everything. They'll have it. Free shipping. They're the very best. Remember that. Now, I'm going to, this is the head. I'm going to show you, this is a regular drum. One of my drums. I already took the bottom head off. I already, like I said, put the mesh head on top. So you got the bottoms out. Now I already took off the lug. One of the lugs I took off. And that'll go right in here. Right up in here. See the two holes there? Right in there. There it is. If you can see it better right there. Okay. And we can get started. Now I've got the pieces over here that I made up earlier tonight to make the trigger. Now this is the top. This is the piece right here. This is going to go up against the bottom of the mesh head. It's going to get screwed into one of the lug screws, go into the bottom. Now what this is just an old mouse pad I had. I cut it round and glued it on. You can use super glue or any glue you want, even Elmer's glue, whatever your kids glue even. Glued it onto a piece of plastic that I had laying around. It's like got honeycomb in it. But anything, basically a little piece of metal or something like this. This is kind of a honeycomb piece of plastic. They sell it at Home Depot in like big sheets that are like 3 by 2.5. I had it in the garage, so I cut a piece out of it. Then the piece of metal I have here is from a lamp that goes in a wall. This is a piece of metal that would go in and it screws, these screw into the wall. Electricians will know, or anybody will know that, but like I said, I'm just going to make this very basic, and that's it. So it's sort of an L bracket that I just had. Again, I make all this stuff out of just stuff I have lying around. Nothing complicated. So that's the L bracket. Now, the idea is it's going to go up against here, and you've seen this in other videos, I'm sure, right in here. It's going to go up against here, like so. It's going to sit in there like that. And it looks just like an old drum muffle would in a drum that muffles. So this piece can be different sizes. It could, be square. It doesn't really have to be necessarily like mine. Now what you're going to do is line it up. And the reason I put the drum head on first is because I got it tensioned the way I want it. Now when I go to put the screw in here and I go to tighten this down, this is going to be touching the drum head. And I can push it down where I want it to be, tighten up the drum with the screw from the lug here. I'm only going to use one here for this purpose. Just this one, which comes out. This is going to go in like so. And it's going to go into the lug, which is going to go out here, like so. Now what I basically, this is kind of like my first piece I made out of one of those. It's got the screws and crap in it that come with it, but it's basically an L piece, and it goes up against there like so. If you were to be looking at it from the other side, that's how it would be. Only without this screw here. That's how it would be. So this is how it would look if you had it set up and you were looking at it the other way. This is where the pad is at, and that's where I'm going to mount. And again, you can get these at Lowe's, anything. Like I said, I can go into more detail on the next one I make. Old mouse pad. See, I just cut a piece out of it. Some adhesive I had laying around. Anything is good that sticks. Okay. Now, the Piezo, this is the trick. You have to buy the mesh head. Some people make the mesh heads themselves. I don't know, you know, for under $9 and free shipping. I would just buy a mesh head, and that could be your choice. From a Remo mesh head to a Pintec mesh head to a Roland mesh head. This one was inexpensive, and it looks like it's going to work for me, so there we go. Now, this is the Piezo trigger I ordered off of Amazon. Now, Amazon sells all kinds of Piezo triggers that you have to build or whatever. This one comes already built. There's the sticky tape, the double-sided tape, and it comes with a jack already built into it, so you don't have to mess around with doing any of the soldering or putting the jack on or anything. Comes this way with sticky tape. You just peel the top off. This one comes with other things that you can mount your quarter-inch female jack, and this thing was $2.88 and free shipping from someplace made in China, someplace in China. But, you know, again, I'll try to put the links in here for a musician's friend and for this. Okay, so here's the Piezo. See, they put it in there real nice. Okay. Now we're going to bring our pad back up here. Now here's the pad. Now I've already cleaned this off with alcohol. So now I'm going to take the Piezo. I already peeled the sticker off here, so I'm going to take the Piezo. I'm going to put it right here and stick it down. Boom. Okay, now I haven't used this or tried it yet. I'm just kind of freewheeling it here, so I don't know if this thing works yet or not. I have one I'm using in one I already made that seems to be working pretty good, so we'll see. Okay, now we're sticking this down. It's all getting stuck down on here. So now the Piezo is being stuck down with its double-sided tape. All right, now you have the Piezo with its jack, the pad that's going to press up against the mesh drum head. That's all built. Very simple. There's a screw, by the way, that comes through here. This screw comes through the top of this plastic piece, and then I glued this over it so you don't see the screw that's right there holding it all together. Now there you go. Now this operation right here will work on any drum. You know, I don't care if you're using it on a bass drum that's 24, 26 inches. You can always make this bigger by adding another one on. They come straight. So you can screw another one on here and make it longer or shorter. The idea is you want it to be able to move by having this here. And that keeps it moving up and down, so you can move it up and down and tension it up against the head. All right, so as you see, this thing's sticking. Let's hope that stays stuck. And there you go. You've got a trigger that'll go on any drum, any acoustic drum, or anything you want to put it on. I mean, you could keep it this way. All right, plug it in and just use your finger. Just tap on it, use it like that. as long as you've got a drum module to plug it into. Now I'm using the Alesis Nitro kit. That's the module I'm going to use for this trigger to trigger sounds when I put it in the drum. Okay, this is all stuck together. It's a small piece. There it is. But again, you can put it on a 16, an 18, a 20, a 10. I'm going to be using a 10. This drum I have is a 10-inch. Now we're going to bring that up. Okay. Now you want to make sure you're not tugging on this. That thing will hold and everything, but don't be tugging on it. Kind of drape it over the edge. Now here's your two right here. There's your two holes right there. Boom. See the light coming through them. Now I'm going to put my lug in where I want it to be. Got my lug placed. Okay, I dropped my lug. All right. You notice I use the best production quality there is. I'm a regular, you know. Okay. There we go. Now get that down in there. Okay. Now we get the screw. Now the screw's going to go through here. You can see where I'm at here with this. Now I'm going to be using the come on, baby. All right. I'm going to be using the bottom of the lug hole, the screw on the bottom, and I'm only going to be using one. You can make these so that you can use two, but I just kind of wanted to do this sort of quick so I could give you a video that you could start out with here and get yourself going so that you can see again how basically easy it is. There it is. I mean, you can see it in there. Look at that. All right, it's in there. Now what you're doing, and this is why I want you to put the head on first, the mesh head on first, because now that's in there. Now I've got the wrench. You make sure you don't strip this out on your lug. Now you're going to press down on that and make sure it's on there fairly, you know, not real tight, but you want to make sure it's kind of snug. Kind of snug. Doesn't have to be pressed on real tight. Just press down so it's sort of snug. Just touching it snug enough. Now we're going to put our wrench on there. Give it a quick, make sure that it's not stripping. All right. Okay, and it's touching. Now before I snug it up real tight, remember to grab this. There it is. There it is, right there. Now make sure you put this, if you're going to be drumming on this side. All right, you're going to be drumming on this side. You got the drum. This is in front of you. So you're hitting over here. You can hit this, but, you know, where you're doing most of your drumming, that's going to be up in the front out of your way. All right, and I've lined it up with that logo so you can see it. You want to make sure it's touching, and it is. And you can adjust it back and forth depending on the sensitivity that you think you're getting out of it. I want to make sure with a screwdriver that this is screwing in correctly so that I know I'm not cross-threading it. And as it's snug down a little bit, make sure you're still snug on your head. Again, that can be adjusted anytime. That piece can be adjusted anytime, up or down. Now, you see how easy that was? I know it might look more complicated than it is, but it's not. Now I'm going to snug it with the screwdriver a little bit more. Remember, this is a lug. It's going to have tension on it from the head's tension. So that looks fairly good. There it is. Very simple. You're not destroying or damaging. You could do this with a 10-inch DW. This could be a $600 drum. You could do the same thing and trigger it out right there. It looks professional. It looks neat. I've done this right now with you in what, 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes. It took me about 10 minutes to make all the rest of it. You want to do your research and find your stuff. I mean, a lot of people just kind of think, oh, I can't find this or I can't find that. You know, it's like, it's out there. Half the fun of this is doing it, you know, like anything. All right, now I'm going to snug this up a bit with this wrench. All right, that's snug. And you don't need $50,000 worth of tools either. I just got some nice tools I happen to have, so you don't have to go out and buy a bunch of great tools. Okay, there's that. Again, there's the jack. That's in. It's touching nicely on that head. Boop. It's touching nice. Like I said, if it's a little too tight or... There you go. Now, I'm going to take this, because this is the way these are. They come with their own. I'm going to take this and I'm going to mount it on the corresponding lug up here. This particular one comes with a female 1/4-inch jack, which would be like a guitar amp jack that you would use on a guitar amp. It's just simple, basic stuff. Make sure you wear your house painting shirt here that shows that you've been painting your house with your shirt on. Okay, so I'm going to put it behind here. I'm going to put it right behind here where the lug is. This lug, see, I'm going to set it behind here. I'm just going to rest it back here just for a place to put it. Make sure it's snug in there and it's fitting. All right. Now I'm going to run the screw for the lug in here. You can lift it up as long as you get that in there. And again, be patient with these so you're not stripping anything, because this drum can be turned right back into an acoustic drum in 5 minutes. As a matter of fact, all you have to do is flip it over. You leave the piezo the way it is. You can leave the bottom head off. Or pull this out like this. Put it in here. Snug it up against something inside. Screw it up against something inside. And put a regular head on it and just use it as a drum. Leave the piezo in there. So when you're ready, boom. Flip it over. You got an electronic. Put this on like so. Put your head on. Bang. You've got a regular drum as well. So you have 2 drums all ready to go, however you want to do it. Okay, so in this application right now, I'm going to got this screw in the lug down here. Now, when you're using it like I'm using it now, I'm not going to have a head on the bottom. As I'm using it here, because I can take this out and turn this back into my regular acoustic drum set. Because I can, like I say, use this on any drum I want. I could have 6 or 8 of these and have them on my drums, including a bass drum. Now you can use the Alesis Nitro Kit's cymbals and hi-hat, you know, with your kit. That all hooks over there. Again, that'll be another video to show you how you can incorporate this into a drum set. That'll be down the road. Be sure to subscribe to my video and give me a thumbs up, ski. Give me a like. I'll keep making these. All right, now we're back to this. Right here, I'm putting it down in here. I'm snugging it down. It's no big deal. It's just sitting in there. Like so. There it is. There it goes. So now I'm going to take my key, and as this goes down here a little bit. Now before I do that, I'm going to take a rip, like a twisty, and put it around there too. And this is just a little extra, just right now to hold it in there, but there you go, a little rippy. And you can use a rip tie or you can use a twist tie like that. Now it's in there. Now I'm going to start down in this because I want this to go all the way down because I don't want it to rattle around when I'm hitting the drum. Not to mention when it's down nice and snug, it holds that 1/4 inch female jack in there from jumping out while you're hitting it. There, that's nice and tight. Don't over tighten it. And it holds it in there pretty good. Now, we'll pull our rippy, our twist tie here. Just put it around there. I mean, you want it to look halfway decent in case you're going to use these to play out or something. You never know. Tuck that in there. All right, now, there you have it. There it is. It's snug. You can push on it. You can plug your 1/4 inch jack into it, which we're going to do here in a minute. See if it triggers off. Okay. There you go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And the wire's going down to the trigger. There's the trigger, all in there. Boom. It's right there. Mesh head. Like I said, this stuff I had lying around was free. The trigger was like under $3, and the mesh head was under $9. There you go. There's the jack, and that's in there good. There's the trigger. That's in there good. Basic, very simple. There you go. And it's actually quieter. It's actually quieter than the rubber drum heads that are on the Alesis. Bouncier. You can tension it like a regular drum head. There's your trigger right there. And this is what I mean with the sticks. You want you're playing over in here, so you're not whacking this all the time. Not that it matters, but now again, this is very simple, very basic. I didn't go through a lot of trouble doing this. I didn't do a lot of research and development. There's a lot of videos online that show this exact thing, how to make them. This is just another one, but I think this is a simple, fast way to do it. Bang, there you go. Okay, now I'm going to in my next video I'm going to show you me playing it and show you how it sounds. And there you go. We'll have that all ready to go for you tomorrow. All right, thanks guys for watching. Tomorrow we're going to have me showing you how it works and tweaking it if we need to. Okay, thanks, and be sure to subscribe and give me a thumbs up so I can make more of these. Bye-bye. Happy drumming.